I'm Sloobert Wonka. Welcome to my drawing factory. This is by far the most excited I've ever been to share a video. So this is the drawing setup for my art school, Studio Sloop. I have 12 drawing horses and materials for everyone who comes, and it's been great. We have a dozen or more models within my network that come through and model for figure drawing sessions specifically. I really just opened all of this to the public in September, and every class, which I hold every Tuesday and Wednesday night, has been sold out. And more people are asking me when classes are gonna be held because they wanna come. So it's just gotten me thinking about how to rearrange the space to fit more people. And that spark of renovating and trying to get more people in gets me so fired up building, optimizing, and customizing spaces. It's just a gigantic hobby of mine, and especially when it's for the growth of my art school and organization, obviously to have the ability for more people to access that, it's even more exciting. So the wheels started turning and I began to think of a second row of drawing horses. You know, there was enough space if I moved all of the storage shelving units around, but I wanted to make sure that people had an unobstructed view to the model stand. And so a platform or stage seemed like the only move. The measurements seemed to work when I laid it all out on the ground, but once I got that epic idea in my mind, it was pretty much gonna happen no matter what. So I basically immediately went to Home Depot and bought the most amount of wood I could fit in my family's car.
Wood secured!
This amount of wood is overwhelming, but it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I have like 9 days to complete this. It is October 13th. We have back-to-back Halloween themed drawing class with the new stage. Already people sold out. The seat's there, so I need to build this. So we got to begin. I love it. So I had a really good plan, sort of. The main build and thing I wanted to accomplish is creating more space for people at the drawing sessions, and this renovation, so to speak, which I'm calling it, turned into something way more, but I'm nothing but ecstatic to build again. I love using wood. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know I absolutely love to build and customize my space, and this is by far the biggest project I've ever taken on. Solid as an ox, 8 by 6 feet. Doing one more of these, 2 6 by 4 feet platforms, then something else, then a new stage, and then some more craziness. But great start. On to the next. Building these platforms went great. I'm no pro, but you know, it's really satisfying to make these. I had to build 4 separate stages to sort of fit the corner stage that also was oriented correctly to the model stand. But as this kept going, I realized how messy the studio was getting and all of the other things I wanted to accomplish within this renovation other than just the stage. But my gosh, look at this. This platform just made me so satisfied. It was an absolute blast to build. I learned a lot about sort of framing and deck building, I guess you can say. This diagonal piece was pretty challenging, but really happy I got it all squared away. Dust galore, insane amount of sawdust. That's how it sort of goes with my builds. And this was a good opportunity for me to purge the studio and take away a bunch of junk that I just had laying around. Even though I spent like $300 on this stage, wood and casters, and like 15 hours building it, my plans for this expansion calls for a larger and taller stage for the models. Sometimes you just have to kill your children. I'll be able to scrap some of this wood, but you know, all these casters I bought were just gonna be useless now, but that's how it goes sometimes. And the stage I'm gonna build is just gonna be way more solid and taller for the stadium seating sort of viewing angle. Another mini project that sort of sprang up during this stage build was what to do with this corner. I need to really use every single inch of the studio because I'm trying to cram so much into it. I have about 8 feet by 8 feet, that's the size of that rug, that's gonna turn into basically a quasi model changing room and office, and it's really great. I'm happy with that amount of room. I have all the other storage shelves on the other side of the studio. You know, this matte black rim painting on the stage I think looks amazing, and I keep that theme throughout the studio. This is the new model stand. It's really sturdy, really happy with that. And I realized that this stage is a little sketchy, especially on this other side where there will be a curtain to separate the sort of office changing room. And in terms of public safety, I was like, wow, I should probably build a banister just so people don't accidentally fall off. And it ended up being like a 2-day project because I had to get more wood, but it came out really nice, really sturdy, and I think it looks just fantastic. So really doing a lot with that banister, sort of a partition wall, but just more matte black paint. This area is sort of gonna be materials for everything, but it's just crazy. I mean, again, this is all happening fast in a time lapse. I have, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days left, and the studio is as messy as it possibly can be, but everything is turning out great. And a lot of this is just in the moment, you know, audibles, because I couldn't plan this far ahead. It's sort of just what I really wanted to do. But again, that's the thing I love, and customizing my own space. For example, this new gallery light, I added another one that's sort of remote controlled. Looks fantastic. We're all about lighting here. Weird thing here, I had this table from my old studio, had it for over 6 years, and I cut it down. So that was actually a solemn moment because I love that table. And a freeze frame here just to look at the studio. I think this is an authentic moment I wanted to show where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do before the actual event happens. I'm like, okay, I'm in over my head a little, but again, things always come together with some elbow grease. These new drawing horses was a nice breath of fresh air. Shout out to Jerry's Artorama. You know, all the art horses I have at the studio that I'm building here are from Jerry's. I think they're my favorite, and I think it's the best sort of equipment to draw under, especially in these sessions, and I want everyone to have the best possible sort of drawing setup. This rug attachment, these tile rugs, shout out to 1000 for recommending them, worked out fantastic. I love this color, and how clean does this look? I am ecstatic. I cannot believe how well this turned out, and the fact I sort of built it myself. My girlfriend certainly helped me a lot, and this is sort of the last mini project, and this is the Monday before the drawing session. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2 weeks of work. We could finally invite people for the Halloween themed figure drawing event. Inviting people, getting people here to draw used to be the most stressful part of this whole thing, believe it or not, but not since I created a website with Squarespace, a dedicated platform to house classes, to schedule ticketed classes for the different events I have here at Studio Slew. Squarespace is by far the best website to build a website, the easiest to use and the most professional looking website builder by far. 24-hour customer service, I use that. You know, they have amazing third-party applications for all your e-commerce needs. Me specifically, I could rely so much on their scheduling platform that I use. All the classes I put up, it's really easy. They pay through the website. It gives me way less stress trying to coordinate everyone who's coming to these classes. My nonprofit is always evolving, and same with the website. Obviously, if I want to add more pages, if I want to change around photos, the easiest drag and drop grid method. Squarespace is a longtime sponsor, also something I use and value. If you want to check it out, go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to get a domain and build a website, go to squarespace.com/slew for 10% off. Let the Halloween drawing begin. I'm Slubert Wonka. Welcome to my drawing factory. These are the lucky few to see my factory after my recent renovations to expand the drawing gauntlet. This is the Halloween costume figure drawing event, back-to-back nights of drawing, drinking, and discussing art. You know, a little nonsense now and then is relished by the wisest men. Here at my drawing factory, I provide all the materials from drawing boards and newsprint paper to the drawing utensils themselves. You should try some. The charcoal tastes like charcoal. Tonight we are blessed with one of the best models in New York City, Greer, who has given me full permission to film these nights, for your viewing pleasure. Really awesome. One of the best things about Studio Slew, I think, is I try to go really in depth and share all of our drawing sessions. I don't think you've ever seen a live nude model hold a 360 cam for the session. That is pretty unique. The flow of the Halloween session here at the Studio Slew Factory starts with 2-minute pose drawings for warm-ups, then we do 5-minute poses, then uniquely because of Halloween theme, everyone is dressed up and we'll have some of the participants take the stand and model. Those also are each 5 minutes. I loved all the costumes, they were great. I think it's a little nerve-wracking to stand and pose in front of a bunch of people you don't know, so shout out to the brave souls who took the stand. Then we'll switch back to the professional. Greer will take longer 15-minute nude and costume poses to end the night. It's tradition here at Studio Slew to grab a few of your favorite drawings at the end of the night and put them all out for people to see, sort of like at the end of the night mini gallery. We discuss the drawings, we talk about the night. It's really wonderful and happy. Super amped to have the first night of my new expansion be the Halloween theme, this fun event, a great night of drawing. Always is here at Studio Slew, but nobody won my golden ticket. All right, in all seriousness, this was an amazing few nights. I'm so happy with how everything came out. I will be honest, it was a little hectic and stressful for me. The renovations and decorations, I finished the day of this event. You know, it always comes together in the end, but I was running around with my head chopped off for like 2 weeks. My back hurts. I'm the type of person that is a perfectionist. I want everyone to have a good time. I need everything exactly right before I can sort of share it. And that was another example. I know myself well enough now, so it was a little stressful and hectic, but super successful, super fulfilling. And now, you know, I have this stage for eternity now, for more people to come to the sessions. I could fit up to 18 people now, every class. We're still doing it bi-weekly. Check it out on studioslew.org. If you're in New York City, come take a class. We're also doing painting workshops, alla prima portrait demos. There's so much epic stuff going on in the future here at Studio Slew. If you want to know about upcoming classes, events, workshops, demos, follow the Instagram. That's a good place to keep updated. Also, the website, obviously. You know, you could also donate to the organization. Studio Slew, again, if you're still watching at the end of this video, is a non-profit. It's a tax-exempt organization. I profit 0% from it. It's illegal to profit through these organizations that I made through the government. So I've been shelling out all my money for all the renovations and paying models. It is $10 to come to these classes, and other workshops and different classes are different amounts, but I'm at a loss basically every class, even though people pay to come here. So if you want to donate, that'd be awesome. I am not forcing it. I am going to come out with awesome hoodies for the holiday season. All the proceeds will go to Studio Slew. The point, agenda again of this all is to make really high quality figure drawing and art classes accessible to everyone for very, very cheap prices. That's the mission. That's the only thing I'm trying to do. This gave me the ability to fit more people because every class was selling out. Going on a rant, what else do I have? If you want to get involved with Studio Slew, you could email studioslew@gmail.com. I'm looking for, you know, grant writers. I'm looking for volunteers. I'm looking for part-time employees. We'll see in 2024. It's all very exciting. So if you stayed to the end, thank you. If you've watched my whole journey building this, thank you. Definitely come to New York City if you want to check it out, but keep watching because there's awesome stuff in the pipeline per usual. Holidays are coming up. Oh, they're gonna be crazy. See you in the next video.